Hi everyone. So, welcome if you're new. My name's Claire. Hello, hashtag oldies and hashtag newbies. I'm going to just get straight into this, right? I'd normally do a wee bit more of an intro, but as you can hear, if you're new, I've had what I felt was hay fever. But to be honest with you, I would say because I've been like this now a week. The clarity that I've kind of had is there's a lot going on in the planet right now, as we all know, but energetically, and with me being a collective channel, like I transmute energy in a big way all the time. But where the transits are with my personal chart, it really is quite a lot about rebirth energy and transmuting. So basically, this is what it looks like for me purging and transmuting my own stuff right now. So it's just one of these things. I'm not so much sharing that, although I know that people that care about me, you want to know how I am and stuff. I'm sharing it for that, but more so because for some of you that might be, because I'm being drawn a card over there that says forgive yourself. Yeah, for some of you that might be feeling just like you're needing to rest a bit more than usual or whatever. Because again, what's usual, what's normal? We're not living in normal times right now. We are living in end times, whatever way you want to look at it. The way the world has been at one point is completely ending for a new way to begin. I mean, not that that's heavy or anything. And so that brings me on to if you're new, everything that I say is part of the channeling. And like again, because it's like I was guided to do this today because I actually kind of wanted to see how I sounded as well, and I can see that I don't sound. I don't know about any different. Like I just still sound very nasally, um, and it just doesn't feel good to be talking so much right now. So I'm going to trust that, but I am going to just do. I wanted to do a wee quick Sagittarius full moon spread for divine feminines in one video, so that's what I'm going to do right now. And then I'm going to do a Sagittarius full moon spread for divine masculine using the same spread that I've got here, which is by Emerald Lotus Mystic. It's just one that I found on Google. So let's just get straight into it. Now, this is a card I've had for years, and so I particularly love that piece of writing. But it fell off my wee ledge in my office, and it pulled my attention, and it's just interesting because I keep pulling "Come to the Edge," as you'll see in the if you watch other videos, and it keeps coming up for divine, and that's from Wisdom of the Oracle, the "Come to the Edge" card. Which is about taking a leap of faith, taking a risk. And again, Sagittarius energy is fire energy, and any fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, it's all about taking a leap of faith, taking a risk, being brave, being bold, spontaneity, all that kind of stuff. And a bit like how I'm being guided to do this, like, what I'm feeling is I'm going to do what the plan is, again, but the plan can always go to shit. And again, that's part of the channeling. The things we plan in life don't always go to plan, do they? And that's very much in the air, I would say. And that's very much, divine feminines, as this is your reading. But can I just say, if you're new, if you catch any of the other videos I do, I usually do divine feminine, divine masculine energy in the same video because um majority of people that I've tended to attract over the years that I've had this channel are a lot of females which are showing up and in divine masculine energy. Um, and then I help them balance out their energy and all that kind of. So that's typically what it is. It's not the case for all because we have got some males that are in divine feminine energy that talk in that as well. Because again, and this is really just by going by my personal sessions and by what people share in public, which obviously isn't a huge amount of people. Um, but again, I like to share that because it is kind of rare. It's not something I see at all, like out there. So, but that doesn't surprise me. My soul never likes to drain in the same as other people. It likes to be unique. So, and I like a challenge too. You see that when I get a psychic detective sort of channeling to do. I'm like, oh, I need to get to the bottom of this, and that's why it's. If you're new to me, like if you're someone that's confused about the twin flame journey or who your twin flame is or anything like that, um, I'm very good at helping people work that out. And again, no, not because it's like I have the superpower to tell you who your twin flame is. It's because I'll properly listen to you with my counselling skills. I'll listen to your story properly, and I'll be able to reflect back what you're saying and unlock the awareness for you to be like, oh my God. And, you know, it gives you the answer. You know, it was inside you all along. Oh my God, that's so cheesy, but true. But anyway, so this is for Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine. Come to the edge, he said. They said, we're afraid. Come to the edge, he said. They came, he pushed them, and they flew. So whatever that means to you in your life at this time. Right, I'm going to get quickly into this because I do want to do, I'm hoping to do a Mediumship Monday message. And I'm just going to do it today, which is Sunday. Really just so that I can have my Monday all to myself. And also Monday's Capricorn moon. Again, these are timeless. You could be watching this whenever, but as I'm channeling it, you know, it'll be Capricorn moon by tomorrow, and I just kind of like to have the Monday all to myself. Do my housework, or, you know, chill, do whatever it is I need to do. Because Mondays are moon days, I like to have that as my day off. And the thing is, I don't mind doing Mediumship Monday on a Monday because I enjoy doing it, but I'm just feeling guided to use the Sagittarius fire energy just now while I've got it. So when you watch Mediumship Monday, I'll have filmed that the day before. But anyway, blah. Let's just get into this, right? So before I lose the momentum, so again, common sense. I was going to say that there, and I went off in a different direction. So first of all, when I do this, if you're watching it, you're thinking, wow, that really helped me and it gave me a lot of clarity and answers that I needed. Brilliant, that's what it's for. If you feel like, actually, I love that and I would love that even more for myself, you can get this as a personal session as well, and you can book that from the schedule. Or you can always just email and ask, you know, what one is that? But I'll put a direct link to it in the comments. But again, that's just for the people that feel guided, because you might feel like you get enough help from this general one. But obviously it's not going to make sense to everyone. There is the added thing of, although this is a Divine Feminine one, you could be a Divine Masculine energy, any gender watching this, and it could really make sense for your Divine Feminine, you know, your feelings and your receptive side and all of that. So just, yeah. So I'll just let you decide whether you want to watch them. But basically, I would watch them both, because the way I'm going to ask to channel it is, rather than me being like, this could be for Divine Feminine or Divine Masculine, I'm saying this is for Divine Feminine energy. Your inner Divine Feminine energy, or your Divine Feminine energy if you are the Divine Feminine connection. And then when I do the next one, that's the Divine Masculine energy to match whatever Divine Feminine energy this was. That's how we're going to do it today. That's how I'm being guided to do it. And we could just see whether we like it or that. You know, you can let me know if you liked it that way. Like, because when I asked on the poll thing, do you like this, you know, basically, do you like a mix of it all, or do you like this way or that way? People voted that you liked a mix. So I was just going to change it up. And also, just because I said I'm getting a bit bored, I'm getting very bored with the, when I do the twin flame, like, when I do the usual, like what I do most days, I'm just getting very bored of it being the same story. And I mean, you know, I can't change it. If that's energy, that's energy. And it is just, it's not because anybody's not doing this. And, you know, everybody's right where they're meant to be. Divine Feminines are where they're meant to be. Divine Masculines are where they're meant to be. This journey is all about patience. I know it can be frustrating and all the other things that go with it, but it's all happening exactly as it should. I can channel these things, but these things annoy me too. Do you know what I mean? But what they are guiding me to is, when I asked about what I'm meant to do for Mediumship Monday, I pulled out my wee bits of paper. I pulled twin flame messages again. I'm not even kidding. I've got like 20 bits of paper, and there's only one that says twin flame messages, so they want me to do that. And something to do with chakras. And I swear that combo came out like the last time, or not. I'm sure that was the exact same 2 bits of paper. So we'll see what that's about when I do it. Whether I channel that later on today or tomorrow. But anyway, right, let's get into this. So sorry that bit was so long, but sorry not sorry. So again, there might be something about you needing to stop apologising somewhere, Divine Feminines. Right, okay, so the first one is overarching energy of this full moon. What is the overarching energy? Now, this is going to be a test for me, because as you can see, I tried to pick one deck per pile. It didn't work. It kind of did. I've got 1 for this one and 2 for here. But I'm always so tempted to look at the bottom of the deck. I probably will still do that. But the overarching energy of this full moon, if this is yours, this will be your indicator that this is for you, this is your collective, is, and sorry, you're just going to have to bear with, oh yeah, I started saying that, you're just going to have to bear with me if I make any minging cold or sniffing or noises like that, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Like I said, you know, whether it's hay fever, whether it's been a cold or a viral sort of coldy thing, or ascension symptoms, flu, because again, I actually really do think it's been a bit of all of it, because, oh yeah, this is important actually. I will just need to channel this bit out, because it'll probably come out in the card. What has come to me in my sleep, a lot comes to me in my dreams, which is interesting because I've got a dream oracle here. I love these cards, but I always forget about them. I've had them for years. Is that the last time I was really kind of quite low energy, like as in like cold and flu sort of symptoms, it was right before Christmas, and I'd actually been ill for about 2 months. You know, those of you will remember. And what it really was it was a huge clearing, because a lot of stuff then happened, you know, right after us. Like basically, as soon as I started to feel even the slightest bit better, kind of still in it, all this massive change happened in my life. 11/11. See what I mean? I'm meant to share this. So if you're going through similar, whether it's like, oh, you know, you'd had hay fever and it's going to come back, like, why does it come back with a vengeance? Or you've suddenly got this full-on cold or weird shit like that. It's to do with like the solar flares and the energies that are going on. It's a full moon pulls energies out. It's about releasing divine feminine energies as a whole. What I keep getting as a personal message, and with any sort of general things that I catch, it is about, a lot of us are exhausted, and my eyes just homed in on 11:44. So especially if you are somebody that does transmute a whole load of energy, you know, like what I do, like, you know, just really rest, because like I said, I'm surprised I'm doing this, but I did just get quite a push to do it. And then when I looked at the moons, I was like, well, that'll be why, because tomorrow when it's Capricorn moon, I'll probably just want to spend, you know, a bit, you know, I'll just want to spend some time on my own stuff rather than something to help others, because that's where I feel a lot of divine feminines are right now. It's about, you know, looking after yourself. And so, and also because I've got sessions, it's not sessions really, it's, well, I treat it as a session, but I've got the free 30-minute Zoom calls with at least 2 people on Tuesday. And I've said to those 2 people, if you're watching, like, look, you know, I might have to take a brain check if I'm not feeling okay, but the whole point is, it's not a session. It's like a 30-minute free chat on the basis that you're knowing, like, look, I'm not feeling shit hot right now. You know what I mean? I don't know whether to call it feeling unwell, because like I say, if it's hay fever, yeah, hay fever can suck, but you know, you can't treat it as if you've got a fucking, you know, flu the whole bloody the summer, or it really would get miserable. Because I'm not even gonna lie, like when I was channeling the energy of the bear and depression and all that kind of stuff, I mean, depression might be a bit of a strong word, you know, it might not resonate for some of you, but it might resonate for a lot of you, definitely if you're in the dark night of soul. But, you know, it's with that Scorpio moon, I was feeling a lot of heavier energy for the collective, and I was feeling it for myself. And then I do feel better today. So, but as you can see, that's going to, it comes in ebbs and flows, because, but like I say, I really, whatever this is, I actually do just feel it as a huge big clearing, like what happened to me last year. It's just it's a level up. That's what I feel it is. So, but like I always say, who cares, right? Whether it's an actual, you're not well, or it's ascension that's making you feel tired or unwell, you have to treat it as you're not feeling good right now, so take more care of yourself. And as my phone just flashed up low battery, that was appropriate, right? Okay, so, and again, if you hear me burping or hiccuping, or like I'm doing right now, I've taken in a big gulp of fizzy water to be practical about it, but also that's how I transmute energy, is, you know, to clear it. But they're saying to me, like, me saying that is means something. It's like, you know, look at something practically and magically. Divine feminine, divine masculine. And that's okay, right, okay, so I might not make, do you know what? I'm not going to do the whole big blether and all that crap on the divine masculine one. So I'll just say to people, like, look, it's the best order to watch them, in my opinion. The order that I always get guided to do it, unless they tell me otherwise, is divine feminine first, then divine masculine. And the reason is because divine feminine is like the energetic leader, you know. So divine masculine energy needs to be the leader, with protection and all of that, but that's more about like when you're in a physical union, which will apply to some people watching this, but again, not many. But it's yeah, divine feminine wakes up first, so it's about, you know, it's you're doing the healing, and then it guides the divine masculine to do the healing on them. And again, you can see how it's that actually goes for if you're in a similar position to like where like how I've healed well, not healed myself, but you know what I mean, like healed myself and still healing myself. Therefore, I can then help divine masculine and divine feminine energies of where they're at, of where I've been. Sometimes it's like I've been there last week, but it's like a lot of time it's I've been there years ago. Just depends what we're talking about. But it's also you and your twin, so it's important. See, it's already this is kind of a different channel, right? Okay, so that was a wee eBay notification, but again, that could be a sign for downloads coming in or literal messages or right. So overarching energy of this full moon for the divine feminine energy or divine masculine's feminine energy, both really, that's going to resonate is it mystery? There's a card, move forward. That's why I use these decks, because it's got interesting words in it. So we've got move forward, and that feels very divine masculine energy with the merman there. Looks like King Triton with his I always forget the name of that symbol, but it's a powerful symbol. Move forward is the overarching theme, and go with the flow and breaking free. So, you know, and free spirit. So this is how you're going to recognize it's you, right? You're feeling this push to move forward. Again, it's so interesting because although I'm saying this is for divine feminine, it feels like very divine. That's both. Look, that's kind of like what I just channeled. This feels like divine masculine energy, but it's like, and that's divine feminine. Break free. But yeah, I feel you're somebody that's a free spirit, and you're feeling this need to break free and change. I have to say it's very Sagittarius moon, and if you weren't aware of that, everyone else that's been here a long time knows I am Sagittarius moon, so this is definitely resonating with me. Actually, you know, I can kind of already feel, unless I say otherwise, oh, this isn't me, I actually feel this is going to be where my energy is at as a divine feminine. I could be wrong though, we'll just see. It's not always that way, but I can kind of feel, because I kind of want to check in, that I can tell by the cards already that this is absolutely resonating with me. So move forward and go with the flow. So the overarching theme here is you're being guided to go with the flow, and I feel that's to do with what I just said about me personally. You know, like I'm being guided to, right, as long as my soul family that I've inquired about that are okay with you know, like having you know, I can have the 30-minute chats, because that's not going to take a lot of my energy, and I can sit and have a cup of tea and be like, look, you know, not feeling too hot right now, but what is it you were wanting my help with? And when I'm feeling a bit more myself, hopefully in a couple of weeks around the new moon in Gemini, we can look to book something then. Or sooner, you know, if I'm feeling a lot better by then. But that's what, because I'm a clairvoyant, that's what I'm kind of foreseeing, is that's when I'll be feeling a bit better. Right, so that's overarching theme. Yeah, so let's move on to the next one, and then you can move forward. So it's about just go with the flow. If you resonate with this, just go with the flow. Again, whether you're divine feminine or this is, you know, divine masculine's feelings, go with the flow and move forward when it feels like the right time for you. And nobody can tell you when that is. You're just going to feel it. Right. What is a truth I'm supposed to see at this time? So what is a truth that you're supposed to see at this time as a divine feminine, or the divine feminine energy within a divine masculine? I might not say that for everyone, but I think I will. I always get guided to just say that. And we've got humpback whale singer. Sing healing songs for the world. I mean, that's pretty big. So perhaps, you know, perhaps you are an actual singer, you know, and I know that, like, again, you know, as part of my soul's calling, I say this, you know, when it comes up, I do help a lot of singers, artists, you know, people that paint, draw, dance, whatever else I'm not saying, you know, other creators that like do similar to me, obviously other healers, mediums, all this kind of stuff. Like I'll say, I'm a healer for healers, I'm a medium for mediums, I'm a clairvoyant for clairvoyant. It's just, and it's an honour as well. And, you know, I can often attract people that have been in the healing world way longer than me, but because they can sense my old soul and just, and also it's like what I say, because of the counsellor therapist side of me, I can be somebody's counsellor or therapist, and it's like they've got more experience than me in some sort of area. You don't, you know, it's who you resonate with. It's a frequency. It's about trust, really. So it could be something like what I've said, or it could just be, you know, you're being guided to share more of your voice, like, you know, in the world, or to a certain person. So it'll be different for different people, but there is a full moon on it, and it's a full moon today. Your inner now, and of course that's why I'm feeling guided to record Mediumship Monday today too, in those energies. So your inner navigation always guides you, and that's like what I said, you know, in this one, it's you're going to know when the right time is for you. And when I say that's what I said, it's the divine God speaking through me. Nothing can stop you or keep you from your goal. Align with your purpose and the power of your soul. Powerful. And on the back, we've got, oh, that's one of my guides. I love it. Black Jaguar, old, oh my God. I love it when they do this. I love it. And if you're new, this happens all the time. Look, I'm so tempted to look at the next one. Eagle and Mastery. You're on a spiritual journey beyond the sky. Let go of the past and soar. You're guided by the winds of spirit. Your wisdom inspires the world. I mean, these are big statements, aren't they, Divine Feminine? So, I mean, what did that say? Your wisdom inspires the world, and you're healing songs for the world. You know what I mean? So these are big things. So, but that, I'm just laughing because I said I'm an old soul, and then also hard, and I don't use these cards. And I remember actually a healer friend of mine once told me this in a session. I think that's why I wanted the cards. So that's really beautiful. Walk through life with confidence. And actually, I pulled one of you guys that. Oh no, did I pull it or did? No, I can't actually remember. I think actually, if I remember right, who I'm talking about, you saw it either in a dream, or I can't remember if it was, oh, maybe it was in the session that we're doing, something like that. And then I was like, oh, that's one of my guys. And she often does see my power animals come to that person when she's guided to come to me next for a healing, or just if she needs help with something. So it's all really pretty magical, the connections I've got with a lot of yous. Right. Walk through life with confidence and grace. You have the power from beyond the world. Focus on what you really want. You can create your dreams. Now, you see how that's really interesting to me. And I said, look, I'm going to be honest, like this is definitely going to be my Divine Feminine reading, and my Divine Masculine, because it'll be like my inner Divine Masculine, and then my Divine Masculine can decide whether that's him. But yeah, it's that's my confirmation, because that is one of my power animals. That's why I'm guided to a lot of leopard print in that, although, you know, because you can see it's very similar. Right, okay, so that's that. So the truth you're meant to see at this time is your own power. You have the power from beyond the world. Like, you know, focus on what you really want and you can create your dreams. I really do feel it's about the truth that you're meant to see, is that you can create your dreams. You are creating your dreams. I feel for a lot of people with the full moon pulling in here, it's that the worst is behind you now. I really do feel this energy of the worst being behind you. And it is safe to share more of your voice and to be more of yourself. And nothing can stop you or keep you from your goal. Never give up. Yeah, I always say that. Never give up. Align with your purpose and the power in your soul. Right, okay, love it. Right, so why is seeing this truth important for me, but for you? But it is for me too, because this is for me too, right? So why is seeing this truth important for the person watching this? Because I'm pushing a way out that I need to push out the way that's me as well. For the person watching this, so they can recognise, why is it important for them to see how powerful they are, really? Because that's what it feels like. Look, it's like it's saying, like, look, it's safe to be powerful with whatever it is and whoever it is your unique soul is. And also, I'm just being drawn to the fact that that's like a new moon and that's a full moon. So again, it is like picking up on when I said, like, look, I'm going with the flow and I'm really feeling guided to rest more right now. And I can check in with people that are looking to book a session in the next couple of weeks, because that flies by. But until I feel like my energy is a bit perkier, I'm not feeling guided to actually, you know, to book sessions in for like this week coming, you know, like and last week I definitely couldn't have. So it's give yourself time. You know, it doesn't, what it's like, and because I can't get the words out, it's like what I'm trying to say is like, there's nothing wrong. You're meant to be in this flow state, Divine Feminines, and you'll move forward when the time is right. Right, beautiful. And again, same goes for Divine Masculine's feelings. Because I can see how that's actually very Divine Masculine, you know, it's like, yeah, see what I mean? I can't help it. I was trying to separate it, but I'm reading it like it's both. So, fuck, maybe I won't do it. I will still do another main Divine Masculine one, but it's because that's what my old soul is here to do, is to teach you about yin yang. Even with that, look. See that? Look, even that's very yin yang, the white and the black moon. That's funny. And even the colours of those two cards. Look, so it's like Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, whatever way you want to see it. It's quite funny. Right, so, why is seeing this truth important for this person? Because it's about accepting the help and the love and the dreams materialising that you deserve. And I haven't even read the bottom here, but that's what I was getting. Accept heaven. It's like, if you're a very loving and giving Divine Feminine to everyone else, as they pull me at the sacred feminine tarot over there with her holding the ankh, which all Divine Feminines are, it's truly a time of you to receive back heaven's help. You've prayed for help, so get out of the way and let heaven help you. And that's why you have to slow down to allow that help. But I don't even feel, it's like, I feel it's help, but I also feel it's like to allow your blessings to come in. And on the bottom, oh, it's not on the bottom, I've just picked it. Oh my God, see what I said? Oh, fuck, it all makes sense, right? So we don't even need to shuffle those cards. Wolf's mother, power animal, my main one. Hilarious. And I knew mystery was going to come up somewhere. That's why I said that about this deck. It's a mystery. Divine Feminine, your life is meant to be a mystery and intuition, both to yourself and other people, and your Divine Masculine. But like I always say, that's a bit of a funny one, because it more feels like the Divine Masculine's life's a mystery to the Divine Feminine, but I think it's both, you know what I mean? Even when people are out there, it's still, your masculine doesn't know everything about you. Right, so they might think they do. Dream guide, teacher and guardian. And again, that is what a lot of Divine Feminines are here to do for others, to guide the way. Yeah, with wherever you've been before for others. And look, mother healing, that is Divine Feminine energy, or literal mother healing the mother line. Not a coincidence, one of you guys had just commented saying that you'd been guided to do some mother healing there, so that is beautiful synchronicity. As your feelings towards your mother heal, your desires manifest more rapidly and accurately. So that'll be more specific and more detailed for some of you, but just generally what that is about the mother energy is about receiving. And notice how my throat is going, it's like wilting, as I would say, as I was saying that. So it's about, some of you are still really uncomfortable with receiving back. And I hear you, because that took me years to learn to receive from others. And it just depends on, I feel it really just depends on where you're at and what it's about. But yeah, the more it's why I say it all the time, the more you're open to receiving that help from above and help from others around you, providing you trust them, is what I'll add to that, because you always need to be discerning. Not everybody that offers you help has good intentions. So it's, that comes with a bit of a warning there. And also it's just wise to, to recognise for yourself that it's like, it's just preference as well, you know what I mean? It's like, it's different frequencies, different, it's where you're at too. Like, like it's, like I'd actually just said to somebody recently, well, I've said to, quite a few people, that it's like I'm in a place of, I channel out the energies for others, but it's, I've kind of, I'm not in a place of wanting readings, personal readings for myself, you know what I mean? And God, last year and the year before, I was needing them, but it's so not where I'm at now. So you know what I mean? That's like where I've evolved past. That's like different types of healing that I need. Or like I said, just pulling my own cards is enough just now. But I'm stressing that because that might change. Like, it might be like 2 weeks or a month from now, I'm like, fuck, I really need a card reading about something, or that it's not where I've been all year. So, yeah, wherever that resonates with people, because you might have found a bit of a shift there too. Because again, a lot. Cards are my life. That's strong, but it's true. Like, I love card readings, and like I said, if I'm if I've got time in my hands and I'm guided to listen to a general one, like, people that resonate with me, like, I'll do it. But I often don't really be able to sit through even the whole thing anymore, because it's like I'm just that's what I'm doing. I'm embracing the mystery of it all and going with the flow. Yeah, and like moving forward from that kind of loop of, I just think you can get a bit. That's something I'm very open about talking about. That, look, I put these messages out for people, but I find it frustrating, um, putting it out, and for me being a divine feminine on this journey, that it's like, even if somebody's like, oh, this is for Monday, the whatever, it's not. Like, it just isn't. Like, I've been on this journey, like, I've been on the twin flame journey 13 years this year, knowing my twin flame 20 years this year, but I've said this all the time, but they're guiding me to say it. The first twin flame people that, there was a huge wave of them, which I think is now, it's been that long ago, it probably was 7 years ago now, and there was a couple of people prior to that there was a tiny bit of stuff dotted about twin flames, but the whole wave of them, started 7 years ago, and then, like, I'd say, like, God, 5 years ago, it was just fucking, there was, everybody was a twin flame kind of thing, which they fucking totally aren't. And it's kind of like, yeah, that is just one thing across the board, is it's like, people are putting things out with good intentions, but time really is an illusion, timelines, past lives, all this kind of stuff. So it's something that people have to take on board. Anyway, that's that's a guide talking through me saying that, but it's and I think that's basically what I'm trying to say from my perspective, is you've just got to live your life and focus on you and give back to you, and when you do that, that is helping you, which should be your focus, but it does help your twin flame too, a lot more than watching the next video that comes out telling you that they're on their way. Do you know what I mean? Because one of these times they will be on their way, but it's like, you're much better to just embrace the mystery of where you're at and heal yourself, as we all need to do. Right, okay, so very true. Right, so and just to remind you, that was, why is seeing this truth important for me? So all that stuff that I just channeled out about you embracing your power and whatever you took from what came out here, it's important because it's about embracing the mystery and trusting your intuition, listening to your guides, your dream guides, listen to your dreams, for those of you that applies to, like, where it is that you're a teacher for others. And again, I feel that is not only for, obviously, if you are in that role as a teacher of anything, but I feel we're all in in a teaching role of some kind, because we can all learn something from someone else, and we can all teach each other something about life, you know what I mean? So that's very philosophical and very Sagittarius moon. But I am Sagittarius moon, remember, and it's 33 minutes, divine masculine energy. But this is a divine feminine reading, so right, what is expanding in this person's life that they'll be able to recognise this is for them? And it can be divine masculine's feminine side as well. Oh, that's perfect, isn't it? So, love it, and that's my favourite word. So, one of them, third eye chakra. It's safe for you to see the energy of love in all forms, such as angels, auras, and visions. So what I'm getting from this is, divine feminine, you've already, no doubt, been somebody that your third eye has either been popping, has asserted that since birth. You've come out and you've been able to see what many people can't, whether you resonate with being like an indigo child turned adult or any of these other sort of terms. You've been able to see see my throat. That's interesting, that's going funny at that, because it's like they're saying to me, you were able to see a lot more than others could. As it's hovering over that, like, you're like, I'm not missing a fucking trick. Because to me, that's the Scorpio rising side of me. It's just like, look, I'm fucking clocking you, right? I can see with my third eye what other folk can't. And then my intuition, my wolf is like, yeah, I can see too. So it's kind of like, but I feel for anyone that's resonating with this, it's wherever you're at in the journey, it's like things are just expanding even more. Like, it's you're being called to the next level. And therefore, unfortunately, I do feel it means people moving away from your life yet again. Now you may have already went through that, or it may be happening again right now. But it's just something that does happen on the twin flame journey for both. But like I said, divine feminine goes through it first, is that you are ascending and moving to the next level of your journey, and just not everybody can go with you. They can't handle the energies. Do you know what I mean? It's right now doesn't mean they'll never catch up with you, but some of them won't. Some people are just not meant to go where you're going. Integrity, and it might be something to do with that. Like maybe you were around a lot of people that lied and live a lie and all that kind of stuff. And when you're living in your truth and you're embracing your old soul and you're embracing your own unique frequency where many people aren't, you're going to trigger the fuck out of people left, right, and center. People you don't know, people you do know. And yeah, it can be a bit of a lone wolf journey, but that's what comes with being a guide and a teacher. And align your actions so that they match your values and inner knowingness of what's right for you. So again, the question is, what is expanded in my life? You can see the truth for what it is more than ever, and you are staying in integrity no matter what. And that goes for as well as what I'm hearing is like, so if there's people gossiping about you or spreading lies, or it's like what I'm hearing is I think I was going to choose that as one of the memes when I posted Happy Full Moon, but I ended up picking another one. But it was something about, you're not responsible for others' distorted perception of you. You know what I mean? Like, everyone's just going to fit you and their frame of reference. It's like, it is what it is. It happens to everyone. So it's about, as long as you know that you're in your integrity and you've got your third eye open to the truth, you can see what's really going on for you, then you're doing good. And, so we've already got through all of them. Right, okay, right. So that's good, because I do, look, 37, follow your North Node, because I do want to do the Divine Masculine one too. What is something to release as this person moves forward? You. What is something that they need to release? Oh my god, wow. Oh shit, man, I love it. Look, so even when I'm feeling a little bit like, oh fuck, that's what I said at the start. Balance, spiritual, and again, I'm annoying myself when I'm saying that, because I'm just being a clear, well, I'm not exactly a very clear channel at how I sound it today, but you know what I mean? It's like, that's because they were telling me that with my senses. It's about balancing spirituality and practicality, balancing the feminine and the masculine. And that's why, although this is the divine feminine reading, this should make sense to the divine masculines in this wave. What is something to release and move forward? What you need to release, divine feminines, what you need to release, divine feminines, is I kind of want to change the wording. It's like basically balancing out more of the physical world and the having fun, because that's very Sagittarius moon, and like not forgetting that, yeah, Sagittarius moon is about the spiritual journey. It's actually about traveling too, guys. It's just my soul doesn't mention that too much because it's not how it comes into it for me. You know what I mean? Whenever somebody's said to me, "Oh, you're Sagittarius moon, you must love traveling," and that, and I'm like, well, not really. Do you know what I mean? For me, the traveling that I love is shamanic traveling, like shamanic, like traveling on a journey, or like in my dreams. You know what I mean? It's not going on a plane and lying in the sun for 6 hours. No thanks. You know what I mean? It's but it's but again, you know what I mean? Am I grateful when I get to go away on a holiday? Absolutely. Do you know what I mean? It's just I wouldn't really thank you too much for a sun holiday, but in small doses maybe. You know what I mean? I'm just saying that because I don't want to put out to spirit or great spirit that I'm not wanting a holiday, because I certainly fucking do want a holiday. Right, so right. What was I going to say there? Yeah, so it's just, yeah, it's about, really, so divine feminines, if you're overly kind of healing yourself and healing other people and healing yourself and healing other people, you know what I'm saying? It's like, right, go and get out the pictures with your pals. Go out, go and dance, you know, go and get a drink. If you drink, go and get a drink. A lot of the Divine Feminines don't drink, but you know what I'm saying. It's not everyone. You know, have some sort of balance there, you know what I mean? Like, have some fun. Because I feel a lot of Divine Feminines are going to resonate with this. You've done a lot of healing. You've done a lot for others. It's time to receive now. That's what I'm getting from this. That is really, and that's why it makes sense that, you know, it's like, that's what happens when Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine come into physical union. You're this beautiful balance of the spiritual and the practical. And Divine Masculine, like, they're, you know, so now it's like, you know, they're making me do, like, your third eye can, you know, your eye can be opened, well, for the first time for some, but it's like, you know, to the more of the truth that you just didn't see. It's like for a lot of you guys throughout sessions, the people that have followed me a long time, you know, you might say to me like, oh, my videos have helped you, you know, with X, Y, and Z. But as soon as we get on that personal session, it's like your third eye gets blasted to even more of what you weren't paying attention to. Because that's what my energy does. You know, it's very of integrity, very kind of, but it's not everyone's cup of tea. Because it's like, the truth hurts sometimes, but it sets you free. That is what I'm hearing there too. So, you know, it's why they get me to channel a lot about when we're surrounded by trauma bonds. And again, can I just say as well, it was something that was, you know, coming to me that I saw a synchronicity with the other day. Even if there is, like, you know, narcissistic behaviour behind your narcissist or gaslighting, which there is around everyone at some point in their lives, or possibly still now, it is important to take note as well that someone in that energy, you know, that's come from somewhere, you know what I mean? So you've got to keep the balance there too of not allowing others to treat you like crap and having healthy boundaries, but you know, remembering some sort of empathy there as well, that, you know, there's definitely traits that can be there in people, but it's like, maybe somebody, once they recognise it, they want to work to heal that and they can change. So it's, again, I don't know, they're getting me to kind of say that for a reason, but it's about, you know, that's where you've got to keep the balance, because I hesitate to say it, but if they're making me say it, I'm trusting, because up until a certain point for me, like, what I would do is I could always see when someone was just basically, quite frankly, being a dick, right? But, because we all can be at points, but I mean, like, to be real about here, what I mean is I could see when someone was completely gaslighting me or being, like, once I did begin to see these sort of things around me and people, or narcissistic or whatever, but I would tend to be like, oh, but I know why this person's like this. It's because, you know, their family was like this, or they were in a relationship where they were treated like this, or, you know, this happened. And it's basically, what I'm saying is, if you're so empathic that you're kind of doing that all the time, but you're finding yourself surrounded by energy vampires and people that are zapping your energy, and especially, you know, you're noticing that it's draining your energy of, like, because it came up, what did it come up in recently? It came up in that last one I done, it did, didn't it, where it was like, and it was to Divine Feminine, it was like someone is keeping you anchored to the physical, but not in a good way, like keeping you in a feeling of lack. So whether it's like zapping your energy, could be zapping your finances, zapping your sense of value in your, it's something like that, but it's like, but it's just about, you know, if you can set healthy boundaries with whoever like that around you and know when to walk away, that's important too, right? So again, it's going to be different things to different people, but they just guided me to say that. What's on the bottom? Oh, what's on the bottom? Take a breather. Yeah. Again, that's what Divine Femme needs to do. You need to take a breather, and it might, you know, I know this is moon in Cancer, but it might even be that it's like when we get into Cancer season, which is not too far away as well, that you might need to take quite a lot of downtime. So don't judge yourself. Or some of you might need to go wild, because we've got full moon in Leo, go wild. It's like, you know, there's something here about just go with the flow, you know? Like, if you need to take a breather, take a breather. If you need to go wild and have fun, do that. So I'll let you decide which one you are. And then what was I gonna why have I got why have I got, I wanted to use the, alright, okay, so I think I was just gonna use these as like an extra message. Right, so, and I don't use the book too much, but I like the messages in this one, so let's give one more message from this, and I might do my usual look at one. So these have got random, very random ones, like your son is protected, and it's got what's it got? It's got your daughter. This question's about your daughter, and it's got a pregnancy card. It's got loads of random shit. So if that comes out, we'll just see. Might be a specific message for someone, but what's a message out there for someone watching this? I love it. It fits with what I channeled about receiving. Ask for what you want, but I feel you have asked for what you want, and I feel you've been manifesting it, and I feel it's time for a lot of you to receive it. Let the universe and other people know what you need. That is also for those of you that are in communications or anticipating communications with a masculine energy. It's about let them know what you need. Let them know your boundaries. It's like let them... I meant to say something else and boundaries came out. So yeah, basically let them know your boundaries, because this is something that divine feminine, divine masculine need to pay attention to with each other, because especially, you know, like that's why running and ghosting and all of that happens. It's like divine masculines want their freedom and they don't want to be tied down, and divine feminines like will basically understand that, but where there can be a lot of it's not the same as in another dynamic or, you know, whatever, a connection, you know, because it's you. Like, it is, like, that's the main thing to get about this. They mirror your energy. We'll see when I do the next, that's, you know, it's going to be interesting because I could sometimes find it hard to remember, but if I'm doing it right after, it's like, we'll see how it mirrors, right? But it's like, I feel whatever confusions there were with divine feminine, divine masculines about wanting to be a free spirit, all the cards that came up here, and not wanting to be tied down and wanting to go wild and all these kind of things for both energies. It's like I feel there's this balancing of the energy happening right now, because Gemini season is about the twins, it's about duality, it's about the two sides of you. And that's, I've never said it like that before, but that is what twin flames are. It's the two sides of you. Like, when you can get that, you know, it's kind of like, you know, I laugh at it. I've said it before, but I've always sort of said, like, before I realised who my twin flame was, like, what I'm saying is I didn't know what a twin flame was, but so just about the guy that I know is my twin flame, I used to say about him, I used to be like, if I looked like him, I'd be out there doing what I wanted as well. Like, seriously, I used to say that. And I just think I think that's fucking hilarious. Because there's so much truth in it that it's like, that's the part of my soul that wanted to be like, be free and learn these lessons and learn whatever difficult lessons that part of my soul is, like, you know what I mean? And just as, whether he can see that or not, just as I am the part of his soul that wanted to learn the lessons that I've learned and wanted to go very hermit-like and, you know, and be a, you know, a mystery and a, you know, a teacher to others, and you know what I mean? That's the way that I look at it for all twins. But you have to have done a lot of work balancing your own inner masculine, feminine within you to be able to see it like that. Because before I had done that work on myself, I did see him and me as very separate, you know, and I didn't understand the actions that he was taking and why he was running from me and all that. So, and if you're interested in what I'm saying and you want that help from me, which again, it's, you know, who wouldn't, because you just want to be with your twin, if you're being honest, everyone out there. It's not like, oh, we'll do this session, all this shit will happen. It's like, you know, I've had a lot of amazing people that have done that with me, where they've wrote reviews where it says, like, you know, it could take quite a while to integrate that energy. For me, really, to fully integrate that energy that I'm talking about, and I don't mean actually, you know, when I say fully, I don't mean fully, or he'd be in my life, do you know what I mean? But what I mean is, to have integrated that energy in myself, to really not look at it as if we're separate like that, you know what I mean? Like separation consciousness kind of thing. It did take quite a couple of years. It was integrated a part of my shadow, you know. Right, okay, so deep. And I'm shuffling these again. And we've got, yeah, oh look, and that's kind of like what I just said too. Healing, healed, healer. We're all of it. We're healing. Your twin flame's healing. You're healed with some bits, your twin flame's healed some bits, and you're a healer for yourself and others of some things. And like I always say, apt for a Sagittarius moon, even if you just make people laugh and that's all you feel you're good at, you're a healer of laughter. And I do many, many different things. My soul wanted to have an eclectic mix, but like I say, when we just break down all the other stuff, how do I heal a lot of people? By making you laugh. Whether you're laughing at me or laughing with me, it doesn't matter. At least you're laughing. It's healing. Healing energy surrounds you in this situation. So basically, I think it's about learning to, divine feminines, ask for what you want when that moment comes with your twin flame, because it will for whoever's resonating with this. Ask for what it is you want. Don't like play it cool and, you know, just, yeah, share your vision. You know what I mean? Basically, that's what I'm being guided to say. Both share your vision with one another and see where you're at and go with the flow. And then you can both move forward. It's better to know where you're both at to see if you're on the same page or not. And there's one of the random ones. But a significant birthday holds the answer to your question. And the answer to your prayers and affirmations are fully realised in the winter months. So that's going to mean something to someone out there. Perhaps someone's twins' birthdays around before Christmas or in the winter or something like that. Right, and a card is... Okay, I have no idea what I just said for the last 10 minutes because somebody just took, an energy just took me over to say all of that. So what's a message to tie this together so I can do the... Look at that. It's bloody beautiful. And it's a full moon again on the card, as I'm channeling it on the full moon. Leader of the light. Where are you being called to serve and support others? So this clearly is, see, I can even see that because, me mentioning this is, I feel this is my feminine energy as well as whoever else is resonating with this. It's like, this is there already guiding me in a different direction of really... like letting that be known more rather than keeping that so much of a mystery of I've got a lot of experience on the twin flame journey. Obviously I don't keep that a secret, but you know what I mean? It's like I think they're going to be putting me more into the limelight is what I'm hearing, so that other people that guide groups and stuff like that could come and get that support for them. That's where I'm being guided to to help others more, because again I've always done that, but it's like that's how that's speaking to me. So let's see, I'll read it and see how it speaks to you. Right, love it, definitely resonate with that. Right, so oh sorry, I didn't do the sniffing thing, might need to go blow my nose before I do the masculines. Leader of light, you my dear are so important to this world, and I feel like I've channeled that message when I was saying about like I want to say to someone, like, do you realise how powerful you are? Whether you are a divine feminine watching this, you've went through your own unique journey and you've felt like giving up at times and abandoning whatever you're working on, or abandoning, this dynamic, or, just whatever it is. I just feel like, you've went through really rough times and you come out the other side of it. And because of that, you are an inspiration to the tribe that you are meant to attract around you. You know what I mean? But divine masculine as well. Do you realise how much of an inspiration you are as well, with the challenges that you've went through regardless of your gender, and the just the challenges and whatever else you've went through? Like, when you get to a point of being stronger, because many divine masculines are right now, actually divine feminines are exhausted, but divine masculines are, it's kind of like different for different people, but it's like a lot of divine masculines are currently in the dark night of soul, and you really might not be able to see, like, how are you meant to be a leader of the light when you're in such a dark place, because you're going to come out the other side of that and you're going to have a story. That's how. Love it. Boom, drop the mic moment. You, my dear, are so important to this world. You have a presence of grace, love and focus, and you've no idea how much you inspire those around you. By the way, that's funny, it's just like fucking saying what I just... Anyway, I don't think I've read that bit yet. You're a true leader of the light, someone who stands firm in their connection to truth with respect. This is so Sagittarius moon. It really is. It's like standing in the light of truth energy here. With respect, integrity, there's that word again, and commitment to the greater good. You're here to lead by example. By staying connected to your true self, you can align with calm and stay grounded throughout all of life's transitions. And that's what it felt when I was holding that. It felt strong when I was channeling that. Like, look, it doesn't matter what folk are out there saying about you. You're living your integrity, you're living your truth, and you can see the truth that maybe the people that are talking about you, they can't see it. Maybe the same people, when they see what's going on in the world and they see how strong and outspoken you were, maybe they're going to eat their words. You know what I mean? And I feel it's like, I keep seeing that quote that's like, God is going to make things happen in your life soon that's going to shut a lot of people's mouths. Like, basically, I didn't quite say it like that, but it was something like that. It was like, you know, it's going to close the mouths of those that were gossiping, really. So, interesting. By staying connected to your true self, you can align with calm and stay grounded throughout all of life's transitions. When things are uncertain, your certainty lies in the light within and all around you. You're being guided to look within yourself and see where you've been given away your power by thinking it lives outside of you. No one outside of you has the power that you have within. No politician, leader, boss, parent, or influencer is more special than you. The power is in you. That is scary, scary on point for this energy, by the way. Because this energy can also be about, like, you know, looking for a guru. Like, you know, because Sagittarius is about teaching and learning. So it's important that, yeah, like, you can have guides, you can have teachers and guides on this mystery of life, but it's important that at the end of the day you're checking in with yourself, which is why I always stress it's so important to know your own boundaries and to have that discernment and you know, to trust yourself, because if you're always looking to others for the answers, you know, it's not the answer. Basically, the answer is within, but the irony is to be able to reach that answer within yourself. I personally truly do believe, and I'm channeling the divine, you do need to have that healthy foundation of good boundaries, which comes from therapy and other healing modalities. But do you know what I mean? It's because therapy it's the anchor. It is. Right. You are the one you've been waiting for, and I hashtagged that yesterday in my post, I think. Stop waiting for someone else to fix your worries and see that your divinity is the help within you and it's been with you all along. Celebrate the light within and let it lead you. All battles are won with love. You are at the peak of your experience as a result of your discipline and dedication to personal growth. Yeah, again, this is about divine feminine's dreams coming true, really. This is what I'm feeling. Just like the woman in this image, you have made it to the top. You can now release all worry and doubt. There is nothing to fear when you align with the light. By showing up for yourself and doing the inner work, you've arrived at a place of unconditional love, which is what the Twin Flame journey is about, for yourself and others. It's time to integrate all your skills and life experience. Take this new perspective and be an example to others. You can lead and teach from a much deeper level. You don't need to change anyone or force anything, but simply by example of what is possible when you stand strong in the light. The question to ask is, where am I being called to serve and support others? But you see, what that really is totally about as well is, you know, when that was saying at the end, like, you know, it's about the unconditional love and the acceptance and the patience as a divine feminine that you've not only had for yourself, but that you've had for your masculine as well. You know what I mean? Like, it's not went unnoticed if you're on that journey by the people that matter, is what I want to say. Other people may have felt you're a bit crazy and whatever else, but you know, we don't care about that, because when you're on this journey, you know that it's very, very real, and your divine masculine knows that too, or they will come to know that, and they'll be very grateful that you never gave up on them, because really it was about never giving up on yourself. And I'm going to drop the mic and leave it there. That was beautiful. Right, so fuck's sake, that was an hour, but never mind. Please like, comment, subscribe. If you'd like to book this as a session, you can either book it as a 30-minute unlisted video, or you could book it as an hour one if you want it to be an hour. And those options will be below, and I'll see you later. Bye.